Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Buddhist Mahavihara Dhammadana series today at the Buddhist Mahavihara Facebook pages and the Theravada Buddhist Council of Malaysia Facebook page. Tonight, we have a very distinguished guest speaker with us, Bhante P. Vineetha Thera. He is based in Sri Lanka and he will be speaking on a very interesting topic, Panca, Ittha, Dhamma, Sutta. I would like to invite Bhante P. Vineetha Thera to join us in the studio and share his Dhamma knowledge with us. Welcome, Bhante. Thank you very much for agreeing to speak.
Welcome, thank you. Good evening.
Thank you. Thank you very much for agreeing to speak with us on this interesting topic, Panca Ittha Dhamma Sutta. For those of you who are unfamiliar with Bhante Vineetha, allow me to share his profile so you know a little bit about him before you start to tune in to his pearls of wisdom. So Bhante Pusel Vineetha Thera was ordained at a very young age in Sri Lanka, and he received his higher ordination in 2007. He is currently the resident bhikkhu at the T. Ratana Lumbini Garden, Puchong, and is also the principal of its Sunday Dhamma school there. Ante has a first class honors Bachelor's of Arts in English degree from Buddhist and Pali University, Sri Lanka. He also has just completed a Master's of Education in Teaching English as a second language from the HELP University, Malaysia. Ante is currently lecturing at the Nagananda Institute of Buddhist Studies in Kelania in Sri Lanka. So join me, everybody, in inviting Bhante to the stage. And welcome once again, Bhante. Kindly begin. All yours.
Good evening to all of you once again. Thank you so much for your brief introduction. Let me start today's Dhamma session in reciting Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa as a respect to the Blessed One. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Brothers and sisters in Dhamma, it gives me a great pleasure to approach you once again in this sense through Buddhist Mahavihara Facebook page in order to discuss the Dhamma, in order to share the Dhamma knowledge with you. Always I consider sharing the Dhamma would be the greatest thing that I can give to you. In accordance with the Buddha's teaching, we can see the best gift in this world is the teaching the Dhamma. Therefore, first of all, in that case, because of this opportunity to teach the Buddha's doctrine, to explain his doctrine in details, is a great matter in my life that I can do for you. Brothers and sisters, you know, we are very keen to share the Dhamma knowledge with you without hiding anything. We want to discuss the Dhamma about different topics that cause your life to enhance the quality of the spirituality in your life. As Buddhists, Our expectation is to shorten our sansaric life and the journey and attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. That is the ultimate goal of everyone. As Buddhists, we are ready to go after this ultimate goal and experience the happiness that we can gain through the Dhamma. Khalena Dhamma Savanang Etam Mangalamuttamam. That's why it has become an auspicious matter for a life of a human being. Khalena Dhamma Sakaccha Etam Mangalamuttamam. That's why it has become a blissful matter for the life of the humans. Both listening to the Dhamma and discussing the Dhamma are considered as auspicious signs. According to the Mahamangala Sutta, the discourse on auspicious signs. When you listen to the Dhamma, you can gain the knowledge about the reality in this life and the world. When you discuss the Dhamma, you can solve the problems with regard to your life and the nature of the world. Both factors can support you to be happy in this very life and next lives as well. So what we do is giving happiness or giving support or helps, teaching the ways of listening to the Dhamma, understanding the Dhamma and discussing the Dhamma. So it's a great happiness. Whatsoever, as we discuss the Dhamma, depending on certain matters about the different topics, it will enlighten us about the many things in this world. As a topic, today we are discussing about Ittha Sutta. We call Ittha Sutta in Sutta Path, Sutta Pitaka. Someone can say Ittha Dhamma Sutta. In some places it is mentioned as Panca Ittha Dhamma Sutta. The discourse on the likable things, the discourse on the wishes of the humans, or the discourse what you wished for. As there are 5 things, we can say the discourse on the 5 likable things in this world. Consider the terms Ittha Dhamma Sutta. When we add the word Panca, it becomes Panca Ittha Dhamma Sutta. Pancha means 5, Ittha means the likable, Dhamma means the things. Ittha Dhamma Sutta means the discourse on the likable things. The number is not the important matter, but the meaning of the term or the topic is very important. As there are 5, we may consider the number as well. So, Ittha Dhamma Sutta, what's the place of the discourse among the discourses of the Buddha. It is mentioned in Sutta Pitaka, the basket of the discourses. There are 5 Nikayas of the Sutta Pitaka. Anguttara Nikaya is one of them. In Anguttara Nikaya, Pancaka Nipata, Patama Pannasaka, and also Mundaraja Vagga. Mundaraja Vagga belongs to the Patama Pannasaka of Panchaka Nipata in Anguttara Nikaya, which belongs to the Sutta Nipata. Venerable Bhikkhu Sujato translates this term Ittha Dhamma as likable things. And also Venerable Bhikkhu Bodhi also translate this. He translates its meaning as the wished for. That means what people wish to have. When we think of the words in English like and also the wish, that means what you prefer to have. In accordance with our culture, you know, brothers and sisters in Dhamma, we pray for the Buddha, we pray for the Dhamma, we pray for the Sangha, we pray for the Bodhi tree. Whatever wishes inside our mind, we tell to them mentally, thinking, may I be well and happy? It can be a wish. It can be the things you like. And also someone can think, may the success, happiness, good health, or whatsoever come to me. May I be rich in money. May I have the good friends. In that way, different things you like. You may pray to the triple gem and the sacred Bodhi tree to support you to get them. Those are called the wishes. Those are called the likable things. Ittha Dhamma Sutta. We are talking about the things that we like in this discourse. What you wish to have, what you like to have, what you expect to have, what you hope to have in your life. That is what the meaning of the Ittha Dhamma Sutta. Ittha means the like or wishes. Dhamma means the things. When we say Panca Ittha Dhamma Sutta, there are 5 things that you prefer to have in this life. We are going to discuss about these things in our Dhamma discussion or in our Dhamma talk today. You know, this discourse is a result of the discussion between the household Anathapindika and the Buddha. You know, Venerable Mahasanghas are happy to discuss the Dhamma having based on the reasons that cause for the discussion. Household Anathapindika, he is the foremost devotee of the Buddha, who offered the Jetavana monastery to the Buddha for his residence. Once the household Anathapindika came to the Jetavana monastery and approached to the Buddha. After coming there, he paid his homage to the Buddha and sat down on one side in his room. Then the Buddha, the incomparable one, then addressed this merchant. He said to him, "Dear householder Anathapindika, in this world there are 5 things that are wished for, desired, agreeable, and rarely gained in this world. There are 5 things in this world that are likable, desirable, and agreeable and hard to get in this world. What are those 5? The household Anathapindika is going to be enlightened by the Buddha. What are those 5? Long life. Remember, first one is long life. Second is beauty. Third is happiness. Fourth is fame. Fifth one or the last one is heavenly life. Go to the heaven. People in this world, they like to enjoy the long life. They have a desire to enjoy the long life. They are agree to enjoy the long life. But it is very hard to enjoy a long life. People in this world, they like to enjoy the beauty. They have a desire to have the beauty. They agree to have beauty. But it is very hard to get in this life. No one rejects. No one wants to reject. People do not go against having the beauty. People in this world, they like to have the happiness. They have a desire to have the happiness. They agree to have the happiness. But it is very hard to get in this life. In case of the fame also, in another words, to be famous in this world, to be famous among the others, they like, they have a desire, they agree to be, but hard to be famous in this world, and also to go to the heaven for the heavenly comfortable things, to enjoy the heavenly comfortable things. People like, they have a desire, they are agreeable, and also it is very hard to get in this world. The Buddha says it in this way in his language. Panchame Gahapati Dhamma Ittha Khanta Manapa Dullabha Lokasmin Khatame Pancha. Panchame Gahapati. Gahapati means brothers and sisters in Dhamma, the household Anathapindika. Panchame Dhamma Ittha. There are 5 things in this world. Ittha. Ittha means likable. Khanta. Khanta means desirable. Manapa. Manapa means agreeable. Dullabha means very hard to get in this life. in this world. Dullabha lokasmi. Remember those words? Ittha. Ittha means likable. Kanta. Kanta means the desirable. Manapa means agreeable. Dullabho lokasmin means very hard to get in this world. Katame pancha. What are those five things? Now I am going to reveal the five things. I said early as well. Ayu. Ayu Gahapati Itto Kanto Manapo Dullabo Lokasmi. Ayu means the long life in ages, longevity. Longevity, when we say longevity, dear household, it is people like Itto. People like, people desire to have the long life. So it is Kanto. Kanto means desirable. Manapo, everyone, everybody agrees to have long life. No one wants to die early. In their childhood, in their younghood, or after the middle age, no one wants to die. Including me, you and everyone. We prefer to enjoy a long life. So we are agreeable to have that. That is called manapo. Dullabo lokasmin. But brothers and sisters in Dhamma, to have a long life or longevity in this world, it is very difficult. It is hard to get in this world. In case of the beauty, beauty means one no. Vanno itto kanto manapo dullabo lokasmin. According to the Buddha, one means brothers and sisters in Dhamma, beauty. Beauty is also people, they like to get the beauty of the physical appearance. Physically they would like to be beautiful. And also they don't reject. Manapo, they have a great desire. Kanto, great desire. Manapo, they agree. And also, but it is very hard to be beautiful in this world. Thirdly, Sukam Ittam Kantam Manapan Dullaban Lokasmi. Sukam means the happiness, comfortable conditions in this life. Everyone wants to become happy. People like it. People have a great desire to be happy. They are agreeable to be happy. Tell me, is there any person in this world who does not agree with us to be happy? Anyone does not agree to be unhappy. Everyone agrees to be happy. And also, even though we like, desire or agree to be happy, but it is very hard to be happy in this world. Yaso. Yasa means the fame, to be famous among the others. Someone can say reputation, to have a reputation, to be reputed, to be renowned, to be famous, popular among others with a good reputation. Everyone likes, everyone desires, everyone agrees. but it is very hard to be famous in this world or very hard to get a reputation in this world. Sagga. Sagga means the comfortable conditions in the heaven or to have a heavenly life or to be born in the heaven. You know, some people pray to the gods or to someone after the death, may I go to be born in the heaven to be with the God, something like that. You can pray, but it is very hard. Why is it hard? That is what we are going to reveal. So Sagga. Sagga means comfortable conditions. Ittha, people like. Kanta, people have a desire. Manapa, they agree, but it is very difficult or hard to be born in the heavenly life or very hard to get the comfortable conditions in the heavenly life. Imeko Gahapati Panca Dhamma Ittha Khanta Manapa Dullabha Lokasmi Imeko Gahapati. Gahapati, dear household Imeko, these are the Pancha Dhamma Ittha, 5 likable things. 5 likable, desirable and agreeable things that are very hard to get in this world. So first one is about the long life, Ayu. Second one is about the physical appearance, the beauty of the physical appearance, that is called one. Third one is the happiness, that is called Sukha. And also fourth one is Yasu, fame or reputation. Lastly, we see comfortable conditions in the heavenly life or to be born in the heaven. That is the 5 or the last. We are likable, desirable, agreeable to have these 5 in our life, but it is very hard to get them in this life. As we talk about these 5 things, as these 5 things are likable, desirable, agreeable and very hard to get in this world, those are named as Pancha Dhamma Ittha. Pancha Ittha Dhamma. 5 likable things in this world. That is what the reason to name this discourse as the Pancha Ittha Dhamma Sutta. Brothers and sisters in Dhamma, people in this world go to church, go to the temple, go to the mosque or anywhere, to the place where they pray. They are happy to pray or wish or tell to their religious leader, to the divine beings that they believe in. They pray, they wish, may I receive these 5 things. Sometimes they don't use these terms that we talk about. Instead, they think, may I be well and happy. May I have a longevity. May the success, happiness come to my life. May others be free from suffering and also may my reputation be good. May others like me. May I be born in the heaven. In that way they pray. They offer the flower, they offer the fruits, whatsoever prayer items to the God or the Buddha, sometimes go to the sacred Bodhi tree, and you pray. You tell, may these things come to me. You pray or wish. Because you like to have all those things, you feel you lack of them. Because of your negative feeling, you lack of them. You don't have them. That's why you pray. You wish. Culturally, in that way we pray. In accordance with the Buddha's teaching, brothers and sisters in Dhamma, just we can extend our thoughts of the loving kindness towards them. Some people come and tell us, Bhante, please pray for me to have a good job, to earn money, to be well. We can pray, we can wish, but we have to think whether it is practical. Culturally, it's okay, no problem, but whether it is practical. For you, whether I can pray something on behalf of someone, whether I can pray to have those things. Because if I also lack of them, what to do? Can I pray for you? Never. I also like, you also like. This is culturally, we have turned ourselves into a direction that is not practical. That is cultural. But when we explain those things, some sisters, some brothers, they are upset, they get upset, they get worried, sometimes complain to the higher people against us, against someone. I came to pray these things, but that person interpreted these things in that way. Some people can be behaving in that way because they lack of them. But no options, they try to pray only. They try to wish only. Instead of behaving in that way, if you can follow a noble way, the Buddha says if he or she is a noble disciple of him, who likes to have a long life, who desire to have a long life, who agrees to have a long life, which is hard to get in this life, in this world. What a noble person do? Instead of praying or wishing, he or she may practice the way that leads to have a long life, that leads to have the beauty, that leads to have the happiness, that leads to have the fame or reputation, which are very hard to get in this life, in this world as a human life. That means a noble disciple is practical. A disciple who is not noble is not practical. A noble disciple, intelligent disciple, wise disciple, practice the way. But the disciple who is not noble, who is not wise or intelligent, does not practice the way, but instead he or she conduct the praying or wishing. Now I think our brothers and sisters can understand what is the quality that the Buddha expected in our life as a disciple. As a teacher, he expects us to be practical in our life rather than becoming traditional or cultural person. By practice, anything can be earned. But praying or wishing, nothing can be earned. Nothing is possible. Nothing is possible by the way of praying or wishing. But by the way of practice, nothing is impossible to gain in a human life. If you want to be a person who live long life, if you want to be beautiful, if you want to be happy, if you want to be famous, and if you want to be born in the heaven, you may practice the way to earn those things instead of praying or wishing. That means a Buddhist should be always a practical person. Practical person. Having said that, I am so happy to tell what we have to practice to earn a long life, to be beautiful physically, to have the happiness, to have a great reputation, or to be famous among the others, and to get a heavenly life after the death, or attain the heavenly happiness. What we should do, what is the quality to be practical or to practice the way to gain them, to gain the heaven. It's very important. What the Buddha said is very clear. Ayun vannan yasan kittin saggam mucca kulinatan ratiyo pattayanena. Ayun vannan yasan kittin saggam mucca kulinatan ratiyo pattayanena. The person, one who desires a continuous flow of those expected delights about the longevity, beauty, happiness, reputation, and heavenly life, or to be born in an eminent family also can be taken under heavenly life if it is a human world. The erudite person, the wise person in that case, appreciate the diligence, heedfulness in making merit. What he does in making merits, the person who desires to have, who want to have, who wish to have long life, beauty, happiness, and also reputation with a birth in an eminent family or in the heavenly life, in making merits that person become heedful. Appamadan pasansante punya kiriyasu pandita. Pandita, that erudite person, that intelligent person, that wise person becomes heedful. He or she does not become late, becomes heedful, concerned or consider the heedfulness in doing the merits. Punya Kiriyasu Pandita. What is meant by Punya Kiriyasu? That is called in making the merits, collecting the merits, performing the religious activities or the meritorious activities. Those are threefold. Those are threefold. What are those threefold merits? Sila, Dana, Sila, Bhavana. The person collects the merits in giving dana or by the way of practice of the generosity. So the person is considering, or he or she considers the generosity as a good way to practice to attain long life, to have the beauty, to have the happiness, to be famous, and practice of generosity is very hard in this world. But having known whether it is very hard, but he or she practices. Appamatto ubhavati. In that sense, if someone becomes heedful to perform meritorious deeds, which is called generosity, then the sila, observance of the precepts, or leading a virtuous life, and also bhavana, dana sila bhavana, practice of meditation, to practice generosity, to observe the precepts, and also to practice the meditation, the wise, the intelligent, or erudite disciple becomes heedful. He or she considers those things are the only ways to attain those comfortable conditions that he or she wishes in this life. Appamatto ubhavati, having thought that they are the only ways, he or she may practice these things in order to gain these things in this life as well as the after the lives also, future lives also, coming lives also. Not only that, ditte dhamme chayo atto. Sometimes the person can enjoy all those things in this very life as well. Yo chatto samparayiko attaha visamayadiro panditoti uchati. The Buddha says, in that way, if someone sees the benefits in this life and about the benefits in the lives come to you, that wise person, having understood the meaning of the practice of dana sila bhavana, generosity, observance of the precepts, and the practice of meditation, if that person practices those things, he is called a wise person, wise disciple, an erudite disciple, erudite ascetic. These are the ways. In case of the term appamada, actually, in Sanskrit this is called apramada. Some Buddhist scholars translated it as consciousness or concern about the meritorious practices. They highly take care of the meritorious practices as the way of the earning happiness. as the way of the earning longevity, as the way of the earning beauty, as the way of the earning happiness, as the way of the earning reputation. But they are very hard to get in this life, but they practice, they consider they are the great. To think they are the only way. To practice these only ways as the way. When the people becomes conscious, when they consider without being led to practice and consider them as the way of everything, that quality is called apramada. Taking great care of those things is what should be adopted, what should be adopted to practice, and it is about what should be avoided. What should be avoided? You remember the famous stanza, Sabbha papassa akaranam kusalassa upasampada. Sachitta pariyodapanam ekam buddhana sasana. Sabbha papassa akaranam. You take care of the things or you have a great concern what should be avoided. Sabbha papassa akaranam. What should be avoided means what should not be practiced. You think of those things. What should not be practiced? Kusalasa upasampada. You consider, you think of the things or the what you should adopt. You should practice. Sachitta paryodapanam. In that way you may withdraw your mind from the things that you should not practice, and you consider or you adopt the things that you can practice as the way of the happiness. Then you clean your mind first. That cleaning way, when you take these steps, immediately clean your mind and practice to adopt the good things only in your life. That process, to practice that process, if you are not led, that is called the quality of apramada. In case of some Buddhist texts in English, some Buddhist scholars translate this as heedfulness and also diligence. Someone can say consciousness, carefulness, concern, or conscious awareness. Someone can say conscientiousness. There are lots of terms in English to denote the meaning. Once the Buddha said, if someone is so late to understand this and practice these things, that means the quality of heedfulness is not in his life. Such kind of a person, that quality is called pamada, the opposite of apramada. Apramada is heedfulness, pamada is being led. The led person is similar to a dead body. Appamado amata padam, pamado machuno padam. The person who concern these things immediately, understand these things correctly and immediately, he or she may practice all those ways to earn happiness. They will leave the bad qualities, bad practices, what should be avoided. Instead, they will practice what should be adopted into their life to adjust the way of the happiness, to earn longevity, beauty, happiness, fame, and also which are very hard in this world. They practice the way. But the late person does not practice these things. He or she may go to these places, religious centers, and just pray. I don't have beauty, please give me the beauty. Instead of praying or wishing to adjust the life to earn those happiness five things in the world, in our life, the Buddha instructs us to be practical. If you are not practical, nothing can be gained. That's was that is what the Buddha wanted to tell. Hence, the Ittha Dhamma Sutta or the Panca Ittha Dhamma Sutta, what you wish to have in this life, they are called Ayu, longevity or long life. One means the beauty of physical appearance. Sapa means the happiness. Yasa means the fame or reputation. And also Sagga, heavenly life or life in an eminent family in the human world. To get all those things, we have to be practical. Immediately, we cannot be late. From wishes, from prayers, you cannot get those things. Praying or wishing is not the practical way. It's not the correct way. But we have to behave in practicing Sila, Dana, Sila and Bhavana. We have to practice generosity. We have to practice observance of the precepts, and also we have to practice the meditation. These are the ways to gain all those things. So you need to be practical rather than being traditional or cultural to pray or wish for anything. That is what the Buddha said in this sutta. Any questions? I am so happy to answer.
No, there are no questions. There are no questions. I think it could just mean one thing that is absolutely clear. Thank you very much. Um, Bhante, may I then please request you to do the Anumodana for all of us?
Okay. Hmm. Today, the Dhamma talk is sponsored by our Malaysian devotees. This is sponsored by Lim Wong Family in memory of Chan Ho, in memory of Ho Leong Choon and Hao Kwa, Fook, Khoon and family, Mei Lee and family, Ching and family. May they and their families be blessed by the Holy Triple Gem. By listening to this Dhamma talk, may they be well and happy, may they understand the reality of this world, and may they be able to attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. First of all, in that sense, we would like to extend our gratitude and wishes towards the sponsors, and also secondly, we would like to transfer the merits to the departed one by their name in their families, including the departed ones who had the relationships with Buddhist Mahavihara, representing different types of relationship, maybe member of committee, maybe devotees or whatever relationship. May all of them receive these merits. May they be well and happy wherever they had been reborn, and also may they able to shorten the samsaric journey. May they able to attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. In that sense, we may extend our gratitude and wishes towards the departed one, saying 3 times sadhu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Next, I would like to share these merits with the committee members of the Buddhist Mahavihara, and also noble and leading friends and devotees and other supporters, Chief Reverends Datukke Sri Dhammaratana Nayaka Thera. May all of them be well and happy. May they be rich in healthy and wealthy conditions. May they be able to attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana, including you, Sister Moha. Moha, I think uh, my pronunciation is correct, your name. If not, please make me correct. And also, may the divine beings also receive these merits. May they be well and happy in their heavenly life. May they support to us to be well and happy and usual in this human world. May they also be able to attain supreme bliss of Nibbana by the power of these merits. May the COVID-19 pandemic disappear from the world. May all the beings be well and happy. May all the beings be able to attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Akasatha Chabummatta Devanaga Mahindika Punyantang Anumoditva Chiran Rakkantu Lokasasanam Akasatha Chabummatta Devanaga Mahindika Punyantang Anumoditva Chiran Rakkantu Desanam Akasatta Bummatta Devanaga Mahindika Punyantang Anumoditva Chiran Rakkantu Paranti. Blessing to you all. Please accept the blessing. Abhivadana silisse nityang uddapachayino chattaro dhamma vadhanti ayuvanno sukham palam ayurarogya sampatye sagga sampatti me vacha ato nibbana sampatti Iminate Samijatu. May you be well and happy at all the time. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I would like to follow your lead, Bante, and like to express my gratitude once again
Thank you.
on behalf of the committee, of the management, and all the monks in Buddhist Mahavihara. Thank you very much for this wonderful session. I would also like to thank all our esteemed sponsors once again for this evening. And many thanks to all of you for taking the time out to listen to this valuable Dhamma sharing. We look forward to seeing you in the upcoming sharing next week. Wish you all a very pleasant evening and Sukhi Hoti.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
You too. Thank you very much.